Oh. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you the best settings for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So real quick, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Now, these settings, there's a lot of stuff new from, just this game in particular. There's a lot of new settings. So you need to learn how these settings work, and I'm going to show you which ones are the best to use. And as well, these settings as well are going to give you the best recoil, like just have control of your weapons. You're going to feel like a super soldier. You're just going to be insane, and you guys will really enjoy today's video. So if we can, let's get to 100 likes on today's video. Let's see if we can get 100 likes. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the settings here. Now, while I am using a controller, I am not using a mouse and keyboard. So as you see that we are running a controller input here. So for our first two things we're going to be looking at here is horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical stick sensitivity. Now I have this at 8.8. I think 8.8 is a perfect sensitivity. It's not too fast or it's not too slow, because as you see it goes 0.25, 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then it gets to 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13. It's weird. It's kind of weird. So there's basically and realistically 20 sensitivity. So I think 8 is just perfect, right in the middle, perfect. Now next we're going to be going to our ADS stick sensitivity, low zoom and high zoom. Now the low zoom means, like, you know, if you're just aiming down sights with a regular like iron sight on a weapon, and then the high zoom means that if like anything over a 4x scope, it's just, you need to keep these or bring them down to about a 0.8. You guys, when you aim down sight, your sensitivity is a little bit slower while aiming down sight, so this is going to be very helpful when trying to target people or while shooting them. Your gun's just basically stuck on these people, so you're basically just going to have that better accuracy and just have more control of your weapon when firing, so you're not everywhere against the target. Having this too fast is not good, or having it too slow is not good. 0.8 is just perfect, and honestly I've been just going crazy and just snapping on people, so this is very good. Now button layout, now this just depends on what kind of controller you have. Honestly, you know, I do have a scuff, but it's kind of broken right now, so I do use tactical on my scuff. But if I am using a regular controller like so, I am using a default controller. I like the default settings because honestly, I've always played with default, and it just means it's honestly up to you if you like that, but I keep mine at default. Now next is going to be the flip. I keep this default as well because my hands are too big, so I have to use the bottom triggers. It just doesn't feel right if I use the L1, R1 to shoot or, you know, aim down sight. It just feels weird, so I have to use the triggers. So honestly, if you have small hands, or just like if you prefer the top ones, they are less sensitive, so you can shoot faster, aim down sight quicker and stuff like that. So if you do want to use the top ones, and if you feel comfortable using those, use those. But you know, if the people with big hands, you know, you understand why you can't use the top triggers and stuff, or the top buttons. But next is going to be the invert vertical look. I have this disabled. You don't want to have this enabled, because if you look up, you look down, you look down, you look up, you don't need that. It's just, you don't want that. It'll mess you up. We have controller vibration next. I have this on disabled. You want to have this disabled just because, like, I mean, just honestly up to you on this one again. But if you have this on enabled, you know, when you shoot or if an explosion happens or something like that, your controller starts to rattle. And with me, you know, when I'm shooting or if someone's shooting at me, I have my controller like just no vibration, so my aim's not off or anything. It just helps with having, you know, your shot on, because if you're getting shot at, your controller does vibrate. So that's not good, so you want to have that disabled. Now next is slow down and strafing aim assist. Now I have this on. This means if you have it off, you're not going to have aim assist while strafing, like, you know, left and right and stuff like that. Like if you see here, slow down aim assist slows down your sensitivity when you aim down, when you aim is on your enemy targets. And if you have this strafing aim assist, if you have it off, affects your movement when aiming at enemies, help you stay at target. So you want to have these both on. Well, it's regardless it's on or off. So if you have this off, if your enemies are moving, you're not gonna have your aim assist not gonna help you. But if you have it on, it's gonna help you. It's gonna be very helpful, and just you need to keep this on regardless. Keep this on. All right, now we're going to get into the nice stuff here. Now we have Airborne Mantle Behavior. Now this means that if you're near obstacles, it'll automatically mantle them. and it does not work. Like, you know, auto mantle, it kills a lot of people. You know, if you're near something and you have to do your jumps and bunny hops, because I know you guys are tryhards just like me, you will mantle over stuff and that will kill you a lot. Now, I do have this on manual, so then some more settings pop up, because as you see, if it turns on automatic, you have these little settings here. You want to turn on manual, and you're going to see the grounded mantle behavior. Now, this means that mantle behavior, this means that if you have this on, or if you have it on, there's one press and then there's 1 second press. Now, one press means mantle by pressing the jump button while near an obstacle, and then 1 second press is the button won't make you mantle while on ground. You must first jump, then press the jump button a second time to mantle. You want to have this on second press. You don't want to have it on press, just because if you're on near something, if you jump near it, it'll automatically make you mantle over that, which would kill you. So you want to have on second press when it comes to the grounded mantle behavior, but make sure you have the mantle behavior on. You have to have manual, and then you do 1 second press. Now, next is going to be the aim down sight behavior. I have as hold. You don't want to change that to toggle. You don't want that. I'm going to kind of go through these faster now. Steady aim behavior, I have this on hold. Don't really change anything here. Vehicle attack vehicle control mode, I have on aim based. I keep that on. Now advanced. Now stick layout, I have just on default. You don't want to change any of that. Now we have the left stick minimum input threshold. I have this at 5. I don't mess with anything like this. You want to keep the max input as at 99. I don't really touch these, besides, you know, just the only thing I've changed is the left stick minimum. I put it on 5. This is kind of like dead zone in a way, so you want to keep these both on 5 and keep these on 99. Next is a controller sound. It doesn't really matter about that. You can have that on or off. Auto move forward, disabled. You don't need that unless you have a broken controller. Auto sprint, I have disabled. You don't need that unless you have a broken controller. Sprint behavior, I have on to go. You don't really need to do anything like that. Sprint cancel, I have it on disabled. Equipment behavior is hold. Now let's get into the real business here. We have safe area. Now you want to keep this as small as possible, because you want all the action into the middle of the screen. It's just very helpful, so you don't have to look around as much using your head. You don't have to move around, like, you know, just look this way, look that way. You know, having it small, like just like this, because I don't even think you can do this, but the setting is it's in the PlayStation settings, so it doesn't really matter. But with safe area, you want to have everything as small as you can and up close into the center as you can, because that's where you want all the action to be. Now the colorblind, it doesn't really matter. Field of view, really important. Pick 120. 120 is going to make it feel like you're faster, you move faster, and all that. You just trust me, guys. 120 FOV will save your life. Make sure to do that. We have brightness. I have mine at 50. I use an Elgato to do all my coloring. And then I have motion blur, which is disabled. You don't want motion blur. It makes your gun blurry. It makes the background or the gameplay blurry when moving around. You don't want that, so keep motion blur off, disabled. Now, I have audio. Now, this is pretty important. You want to change one thing here, which is the most important thing, is going to be audio preset. You want this on high boost. It just makes your Astros or whatever your headset or headphones or whatever you're wearing, it makes it high definition and louder, so you'll hear footsteps louder. You'll just hear everything more clear and louder, which is very helpful. Now, that is really it, I believe, because you don't really care about this. You know, the interface, you can have disabled subtitles and all this stuff. I mean, it's okay. You want to have your hit markers visible. That's pretty important. The damage based hit markers, you know, if it's white, you hit them, but the red one kills them. Ally health bar, I mean, it doesn't really matter if it does. You can have these on full name, horizontal compass. You can have it hidden or shown. In-game alert, I have this on disabled because I do not like the alerts whatsoever. And then I have mouse tooltips hidden because I don't use a mouse and keyboard. Now, let me know if these settings do help you out in this game. And real quick, do make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.